We're assessing a property to make a cash offer here right behind me. Now, if you look around the neighborhood, it is one of these older neighborhoods, very established. Most of the people on these blocks are elderly, right? This is probably the ugliest house on the block, which in the game of real estate, that's what we look for. I don't want to buy the nicest house on the block, right? Because you're going to overbuy. But if you're able to find the ugly turd box, then you can revitalize that house, bring it up to the standards of the neighborhood, and maximize your equity position through that. So let's go ahead and take a walk around the structure so we can assess at least the exterior of the house while we're waiting for this lady to meet us on site. A little bit of wood rot on the soffits. The roof is old, but it doesn't look horrible, right? We'll usually look at and make sure there's no waves in the decking board. That's the biggest thing. You can always replace shingles, but once you start having to rip out the actual decking, that's where it can get more expensive. See, we got a board over this window. We were told that there was a small fire in the house at one point, so our goal is to at least get inside so that we can look at the extent of that fire. Rehab projects can get very expensive quickly, so our goal is to, one, look at the after repair value of the house, what similar houses are selling for in the neighborhood, and then come in, create a scope of work so we can see what type of work needs to be done. And once we put that budget together, we get a pretty clear idea on what we need to do to move forward with the house, right? Back here, you can see we've got wide open, right? So although it is a lower end neighborhood, people do like their space, right? So not having neighbors right behind you, you've got an open field, great for the Spanish community. These lower end houses, it's interesting where we see a lot of Spanish people where their American dream is just to own property, own real estate. And I was talking to the neighbor next door right before we got over here. He's like, yeah, man, this neighborhood is turning. Like, traditionally, it's been a lot of elderly people in here. But that house, 2 houses out, you got Spanish people in it. The house across the street, there's Spanish people. He pointed down here, Spanish people own that house. So in these entry-level neighborhoods, we're seeing a lot of Spanish people come through. And for us, we've got a full-time assistant, Sarah, who is a rock star. She's actually our secret weapon when we have lower end houses that we need to sell, whether it be a wholesale deal that we found or even a flip or a house that we bought. 50K and below, we always offer it to the Spanish community because they have cash, they work hard for it, and they'll buy houses that a lot of Americans are going to overlook. So always keeping an open strategy when we're finding these deals. First thing I do is I look at the area, look at the numbers and the houses around the area, and then I'm going to identify based on the work that needs to be done and how the numbers look, what is my exit strategy? Exit strategy is a big piece in the game of real estate investing. Finding the deals is number one, but you need to figure out a strategic way on how to exit the deal. Once I have the contract, I can physically buy the house and flip it, put a bunch of money into it, bring it to market, or I can take that contract and I can flip the paper, flip the contract to a cash buyer for a fee. I can hold it as a rental, or I can put some creative finance terms together depending on the situation. So at the end of the day, if you want to get started in the real estate investing game, it's important to get involved with a group of people, with a mentor or a community who knows the ins and outs, where they can guide you through the process on how to find the best off-market deals, how to secure them, and then how to exit these deals for a profit. Learn how to execute on those opportunities and create win-win situations for everyone. If you guys are following me, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. We got some free resources in the description, and I will see you on the other side.